Hi, everyone. I know that I have to wait for some people to come over to this stream because I had to start a new one. So as the room starts to fill up, I want to make an announcement really quick. I have a lot of notes. Hi, everyone. So I hope everyone gets back here. I had to do a new stream. It was so weird. I don't know what happened, but hi, everyone. So I want to make an announcement really quick before I forget to do it because I know I'll forget to do it. I am feeling better. I'm a little congested today, but that's because I've had a lot of third eye activations going on. So did some Reiki on myself this morning. But readings right now, like personal readings, stellar. So if you want to get a personal reading with me, January is filling up really, really fast. At the end of January, go to my website, fearlessintuition.net. Check that out. Also, I am on Patreon now. Yay. I've been so many people have asked me, how can we support your channel? How, are you on Patreon? Do you have a subscription service? Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. So exciting. So many people already. So nice to see everyone. Anyways, so I will have the link below. There are a couple of subscriptions you can get on Patreon. There's an option to do just the extended readings that I put out. And so if you subscribe to the extended readings, you get all of the extended readings that I do in a month. So that's pretty cool. Instead of having to buy one separately, you'll always have access to every single extended reading. There's also an option to subscribe to just twin flame readings because I'll be doing twin flame energy updates. I felt a calling to kind of separate the channel, the YouTube channel, from the whole twin flame experience. So I will still be doing twin flame energy updates every now and then on this channel, but most of the content will be on Patreon from now on. So you have those options, or you have a third option to subscribe to all of it, where you get energy updates, extended readings, twin flame energy updates, everything. So 3 different tiers, 3 different options. I had so many people asking me how they could support the channel. Hi, Kara. Kara was actually one of them. It was like, do you have you should start a Patreon. And I waited a couple months, waited till it was the right time. I feel like it's time now. So I'm doing that. And a lot of the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to be able to give myself time and opportunity to dedicate to specific energies that are happening. And so that's why I did that. So much going on this weekend. I actually, look at this scribble. I have so many notes because of the energies this weekend. I went through, oh, thank you very much. I went through a thing last night. Oh, thank you, Katrina. That's so sweet of you. Yeah, so many notes. I mean, I'm a Virgo. Of course, I'm going to write a list, right? I went through this energy shift last night that was so hardcore because I was having such a good day yesterday, in such a good mood. And then towards the end of the evening, it just that good mood was gone. I realized that I was already feeling the eclipse energies that were coming on, but there's so many things that are happening with this eclipse. It's not, this eclipse season is not just any regular old season. Major points because it's right in between Saturn and Pluto, and they're so close right now. Hello. So first of all, I want to talk about, man, where do I want to start? This whole stuff that we went through, we're going through a 2, 6, 9-year cycle of endings. And part of you, because Uranus will be going into going direct in Aries tomorrow, and we have Mars in Aries, part of you really wants to get going, and you can't figure it out, and all this stuff that you want to do. And this Capricorn eclipse with the Saturn and Pluto karma that's happening is telling you to be still and to really take stock. And, we talked about with the Mercury retrograde at the end of the year, how releasing old patterns and really letting things go and really making space in your life for the universe to work. This is why I don't just say things like that just because I like to hear myself talk, because I actually don't like to hear myself talk. I won't even watch my videos most of the time because I don't like to hear myself talk. So I'm saying this to benefit you guys. Like, I'm not just being obnoxious. I'm not just being dramatic. I'm not just saying these things because I want to put fear into everybody. It's not about fear. It's about 2019 living your authentic truth. Jupiter is in Sagittarius, its home sign. Neptune is in Pisces, its home sign. That's a whole other thing that's happening. Jupiter and Neptune are going to be squaring off. This is going to, it's almost like a big fat joke right now with like Neptune's like, oh, really? Is that what you want to do? Because Jupiter wants to expand everything. And Neptune is like, are you sure that's the kind of expansion you want to do? So really right now, it's all about taking stock. It's not about standing still. I don't want anybody to stand still with what they're doing. But if you feel the energy of, I have no idea what to do next or where I'm supposed to go next or what's happening in my life next, if you feel that energy, you're not wrong. And it's okay. And because we are not going to have any planets in air signs until Monday. So this weekend is all about listening to your intuition, because the moon will be in Aquarius. And then again, we won't have planets in air signs until the moon gets into Gemini. I mean, like, it's not a time to freak out that nothing is happening, right? It's not a time to freak out that nothing's happening. This year is going to be really big, but it's because 2018 was the prep. Like, 2019 is the real deal. 2018 was all about learning the lessons. Oh, sorry. I like totally, I'm not even looking at the chat. I feel like part of me needs to be looking at the chat. And so, think about where you were 6 years ago. Think about, because Uranus is moving into Taurus. We're going into that transit because Uranus has been in Aries for the last 8 years. And when Uranus is in Aries, it's asking you who you are. What are you supposed to be? It's the I am. It's the very beginning of the zodiac. It is all about self. And as Uranus moves into Taurus, it's going to be all about stability and financial security and where did we go wrong and what are we doing wrong and how do we fix things and trying to get back on track. But if you're not steady in who you are and your own authenticity, what does it all mean? And that's really where we are right now. What does it all mean? What is this for? Why am I feeling this? Why can't I move forward? I don't understand. You're going to be able to. The fiery energy of Uranus and Mars moving into or Mars is already in Aries, but as Uranus moves into Aries, I mean, we just came out of a Saturn and Sun conjunction. Like, talk about shining a light on your karma. Talk about shining a light on where you're supposed to be in this world. Talk about making you feel really, really bad if you think you made poor choices or poor mistakes. That's like, don't beat yourself up. That's probably the biggest thing I want to say this morning or this afternoon, wherever you are. Don't beat yourself up. It's about listening and getting quiet and getting in touch with who you are and everything that you want to do. And if you don't feel like you know the direction you're going in, the energy is going to start pointing you in that direction. But right now, everything is a little bit confusing. And you can't expect to just jump. Yes, we all want to be the fool, but you can't expect to just jump when you don't know what's down there. Sometimes being the fool, yes, taking risks are good. But if you have a lot of options in front of you, what risk do I want to take? It's like having the 7 of Cups and the Fool card together at the same time. All of this stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense and it's all fuzzy, and Saturn, it's not here to put you in a bad mood, and it's not here to make you feel horrible about yourself. Everybody's like, oh, I don't want to go through this heavy energy anymore. I don't want to go through this karma. I don't want to, one of my biggest things that, kind of like, I guess you could call it a pet peeve, I don't know, is when somebody says, I'm cursed. I'm cursed to live an unhappy life. I'm cursed because of all this karmic stuff. If you're allowing yourself to sit in that energy and just saying, I'm cursed to be in this life and I don't, I'm just going to be unhappy because this is where I'm supposed to be, that's what you're going to make more of. It just is. And yes, Saturn is a very harsh sign. Saturn and Pluto have been together for a really long time, and it's not going to be letting up anytime soon. So it's all about 2019 is all about truth. And it's all about where you're living your truth. And I've been preaching this for so long. And again, I'm not here to just like blow hot air. I don't even like the sound of my own voice sometimes. So, hi everyone. Yes, learning. It's all about learning the lessons, and that's the biggest thing is, you want to find your home, and if you're not realizing that your home is really inside of you, that was a huge lesson I learned in 2018. That if you're not realizing that your home is inside of you and it has nothing to do with the environment that you're in, yes, it feels nice to be safe and secure, but when you aren't feeling safe and secure, what else do you have? Yourself. If your environment doesn't feel safe and secure, what do you have? Yourself. So, and this is a collective reading, a collective energy today. I'm not going to do each sign. I'm going to do it all of us as a whole, because we're all going through this together. It's not even a particular, and if you want to know like the particular ways that it's affecting you in your birth chart, we can certainly, I don't do astrology readings. That's one of the things that I really want to work on this year, because I always tell people I know just enough astrology to do a little bit of damage. But I want to be able to do personal charts for people. I can read my own personal chart. I do personal charts for like close friends and family and stuff like that, but I haven't actually made that service quite yet. But the biggest thing is when we have eclipses, look at the degree eclipse is, and then look at those same degrees in your chart, like what planets or what positions are these planets in that certain degree in those charts. And then you're going to see how it's going to affect your own personal chart. That's the easiest way I can explain it. So what else? If you're still living in a world that is uncomfortable for you, and you know that you've been needing to move for a while out of this world, this year is going to be that year that's kind of a make it or break it, because you're really making plans. And this eclipse season, huge. Like this energy already, everybody's like, oh, we're going to come into 2019. It's going to be so fun. It's brand new year. That's just a calendar date. The energy is really what you really like super need to work with. And yes, calendar dates can help us kind of push forward. And, I know people make new resolutions. I'm not a really big fan of New Year's resolutions, because I just know personally for myself, I'm so hard on myself if I don't follow through. So I just have goals and plans for the entire year. Like I'm not, and I always make room for the universe to work within those goals and plans. So I kind of want to see how everybody's doing. Wow, so many people here. Hi, I'm so glad that you guys are all here. Okay, so what I want to say, Miss Grace, is use your intuition on that. If you feel like you're ready to start acting on things, definitely act on things. But if you're kind of in a place where you're stuck and you're like, I don't know where to go from here, I don't know what to do next, I'm not really entirely sure what I have coming to me. Hi, Janelli. I did not even know that was you. Your picture looks totally different. I didn't know that you were Lady Bird. I love her. She's fantastic. So yeah, if you don't know where you're going, it's okay right now. Make the plans. Sit with yourself. Get quiet. I've been doing so much meditation lately because I want to make sure that I'm open for all the energies are coming. Yes, being impatient. It's all okay. There's no wrong way to feel right now. Hi, Mark. There's no wrong way to feel right now. There's no, and you can't be afraid to make the wrong choice, because when we make choices in life and it turns out, it doesn't turn out the way we thought it was going to, or it was a little painful or something happened, you have to remember that it was a lesson and you made that choice for a reason. And maybe it was for your soul's growth. It's not a time to beat yourself up, because the energies are really, really potent to beat yourself up, because Capricorn, it's so hard on people. It's a 10th house. It's like, how do other people see me? How am I presenting myself to other people? It's really about what your purpose is in life and how to put that out there. And Capricorn is all about authenticity. And Capricorns are like really hard. I mean, if you think Virgos are hard on themselves, Capricorns. I'm not going to do everything per sign. I'm going to do it as a collective energy. So this is not a per sign reading. Yes, and dreams are probably really big right now. I know that I've been having a lot of dreams. Venus is also moving out of Scorpio. And that's a really big thing, because we've had these huge transits in Scorpio. And what is Scorpio about? It's about living authentically. It's about knowing your truth. It's about death and transformation. It's rising from the ashes. That's what Scorpio is. And we've had so many transits in the last 6 years. So our really big transits leading out of Scorpio with this last Venus retrograde, man, was that hard. That was like, hi, Steven. I don't have my blankie today. It's actually pretty warm today. That's funny. Steven calls me Linus because you guys know, if you watch me, you see that I always have a blanket on my lap. I actually sleep with a blanket too. That's embarrassing to admit, but it's true. It's so true. It's comforting. I don't know. It's comforting. I also have a little stuffed rabbit that I sleep with. But yeah, so the whole Venus and Scorpio, we talked about that. You know, we went through all that. Let it all go. Let all the things that you're holding on to. I know that I've had some really, really big shifts just since Christmas. The time that I was sick, I needed to reevaluate a lot of things. Like my whole belief system in some ways was totally shattered and renewed. And it wasn't easy, but man, I like coming out on the other side of all of that, of things being shot. Because I don't know how many times one person can be renewed in a lifetime, but I'm pretty sure that I've been in every single phase. And this last one was so enlightening, purging out all of the negative energies that I had built up through 2017 and 2018 and letting it all go. And literally the second that I let it all go, my world opened up in a beautiful way. So don't allow yourself to sit in judgment of yourself right now. That's a huge, huge lesson that everybody's doing. If things aren't working out the way that you wanted them to, if things aren't working out the way you thought they were supposed to, it's because your soul has another way to go. And the things that are happening with the energies right now, like literally Saturn and Pluto haven't been in Capricorn since the 1500s. Nobody has gone through this transit. Everybody who's alive right now has never gone through this transit. And all of these squares and conjunctions. Oh, and Venus is going to be in a semi-square with Chiron too. So all of those love wounds, all of those feelings of the things that you have to let go of because you've been holding on to it. And maybe you're getting a lot of signs. And I'm looking at one person that's probably still in the chat who's been getting a lot of signs to let go of a subscribed belief system when it comes to relationships. I'm looking at you, kid. So it, yeah, and that Venus is going to really help you purge and release when it comes to love and relationships and how everything's doing it. And it's not easy. It's not, and it's so funny because I'm not here to like bring everybody down and be like, oh man, this is going to be such a hard transit. It is going to be a hard transit. It's not going to be an easy year. I know everybody's like super excited for 2019. And the reason why it's not going to be an easy year is because we're all being forced to live in authenticity. We're supposed to be living in our true selves. And if you're on my Instagram, if you're not on my Instagram, you should go over there because we have a lot of fun there. I haven't done lives yet there, but I will be doing lives in 2019 on Instagram. So, but if you're not over there, Go check it out. I've been doing a lot of talking about authenticity and allowing your truth to come out. And we're really in a time that it's not like it. If you're not living in your truth and your authenticity, it's going to be a really tough year. It's going to be really, really hard. So I believe it's going to be easier than 2018 as well, Sandra. It will be a year of answers, Betsy. It's so funny. There's a Betsy Smith in the chat, and that's my last name is Smith. I think it's so cute. We figured that out on one of the readings. So cool. I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like my name doppelganger right there. I mean, it's a very common name, but pretty funny. Let's see. To let go, but it's hard. I need praying for you. Bikober Mercy. I will be praying for you. It's hard, and when you're finding yourself that the universe is taking things out of your life and people are being released from your life and situations and places and jobs. Oh, another Betsy. Hi. All my Betsy's are in the house. What? If you find that happening, let it happen. Because the harder you hold on to it, the harder it's going to be. And that's when we have tower moments. Believe me, take it from somebody who has held on to things far too long. I'm a Virgo. I can be very patient. I'm extremely loyal. Once I'm no longer patient, I am done, like totally done. But make sure that you are allowing the universe to work in your life. And if the universe is working in your life and you're being really stubborn and you're not letting the universe work in your life, it's going to be so hard. I can't say that enough. I can't say it enough. I really can't. So I know that we will get to the reading. I want to make sure that everybody understands the energy that's going on and that it's not to be feared. This is not something to be feared. It's actually something to be celebrated. This is the celebration we should be having, because even though it's not super easy, it's worth it. You're going to come out on the other side and look back and be like, well, damn, that actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, especially if you're letting it go. Yes, doors closing and then opening up. Yes, let the universe do its magic, really, because it's so trying to right now. Bruce, if you check my website, fearlessintuition.net, I am open for readings. And there are recorded readings and live readings. You can, right after Christmas, you stood your ground and said I was going to release all that was no. There you go. Live the best version of you. That's what 2019 is about, living your very best version. Yes, I had a lot of true tests of friendship and family. And that's another thing. If there are people in your life that are being removed out of your life, even if it's not just like romantic, if it's, friendships, families, it doesn't matter. I'm a firm believer that it doesn't matter what the connection is. If they're not good for you, if they're toxic for you, they don't belong in your life. Maybe they were there to teach you a lesson. They were there for a reason at one point, but because there are no accidents when it comes to contacts that we have in our lives. But you're welcome. So yeah, let it go. Let people go. Holding on to people, and it's so hard. I was actually going to say that, Olivia. Letting go is one of the hardest things to do. But the beautiful part of it is when you let, and this is even like belief systems that I was talking about, subscribing to belief systems. When you let that go, when you let go everything that you were expecting to happen in your life, and it didn't happen, then it's because your soul, the universe isn't like a big like bully with a magnifying glass and you're a little ant and the bully's like trying to burn you with the sun. That's not what the universe is about. The universe is trying to make you your greatest person. The universe, source, God, Jehovah, Buddha, Christ. I don't care who it is to you. I don't care who your higher power is. It's all within you. And it's trying to make you a bigger, better person, bigger than you possibly could be. So when you hold on to things too tightly and you don't let the universe work in your life, it's going to be really, really hard to live your truth. And I know how hard it is to, we've had these discussions before. You guys, if you've been following me for a while, if you've been on these live streams, if you've watched the videos, I haven't had the easiest life. If you lived my life, a lot of people wouldn't be able to get out of it alive. Like the life that I love my life now. My life is like, it doesn't matter where I am in the world or what I'm doing or who I'm surrounded with. I'm a happy person because I'm happy with myself. And that's where I want to see everyone. It's because I live in my truth every day and I'm honest with myself every day and I'm honest to everybody every day. And that's the only way to be. And so many people live in, and I'm not going to get into politics and stuff, but if you are to watch the news or you are to scroll through Facebook one day, Facebook anymore, like my personal Facebook, I can't even do it anymore because it hurts. It's painful. And it hurts to watch people like living out their lives in a very sad way and subscribing to belief systems that they allow other people's energies to tell them what to do. You have without knowing. Oh, I'm so glad, just me. I'm so glad. See, and and I tell everybody, I was called to be a healer for a reason, but I wasn't called to heal everybody. I'm here to hold space for you so that you can heal yourself. I'm here to teach you how to heal yourself. And I've said this so many times. I hope that I'm obsolete to healing you someday. I hope that I've given you enough tools and the way that I learned how to do it was by going through the fire and by learning from my mistakes and learning from everybody else's mistakes too. And allowing myself to live in my truth and speak my truth and not be something that is going along with the masses. Yes, and get healthy. 2019 is about being healthy. That is a really big thing on my list this year. Because last year I was so caught up in my spiritual journey that I lost like the physical health side of things. And I really recognize that with all the big sickness that I had at the end of the year, that I just was not taking care of myself in the way that I needed to. And so getting healthy this year is a really big thing as well. Uranus and Taurus is going to really help with that because it's going to break down the structures of your life. And one of the biggest structures in our lives is our body. This is our vessel. This is what we have to use. And if our vessel isn't good, if I'm not healed myself, I can't help others, right? If your vessel is not healed, you have to prioritize yourself first and foremost. Big healthier. Yeah. Uranus is all about technology too. So there's going to be a lot of new nutritional things coming up. And Tauruses really love their food also. So it's probably going to be a big switch up in, how to make really healthy food taste good. And there's so many ways to do that. Help me with that. I'm already starting. I'm actually still kind of in the middle of a detox. And will be throughout January. So new moon in Capricorn. It's funny, Michelle, I kind of touched on that in the beginning about 30 minutes ago. I don't know how long I've been talking. I talk so much. Yeah, about 30 minutes ago. This moon in Capricorn is kind of forcing us to be real with ourselves because it's right in between Saturn and Pluto. Big Daddy and even bigger daddy. And we'll never be in this position again in our lifetime. So being super, super honest with where you are in life and where you're not being honest with yourself, where you're not being honest with other people, where you're not living in your authenticity. If you're not being real, then this year is going to be really, really hard. Oh, just me. I'm good. It's funny. is I was actually talking with a good friend of mine about how I was built as a healer to hold a lot of space and energy for people. That's why I'm able to do this without, you know, I mean, if you think about how much energy I take in every single time I do a general reading or a live reading or what, the live readings are real intense, but I love it. I love it. It actually gives me a boost sometimes. I was built to hold a lot of energy, and I have learned to spiritually take care of myself and how to pamper myself. When I talk about the losses that I've had in my life, I don't want anybody to feel bad for me, because obviously I came out the other side doing pretty well. And I don't focus on it. I just know that they were growth. You know, it was a lot of growth. It was a lot of learning lessons. It was a lot of needing to see. It made me who I am. And that's totally something that I want for everybody else. I want everybody to be able to see all of their hardships and their losses as growth opportunities, lessons to be learned. It's hard in the moment, but when you get out the other side, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, Michelle, I hope he's doing okay. Leo 1111. If you feel like you're on the twin flame journey, then you quite possibly will be. Never go obsolete. I just want you guys to be able to heal yourselves. I'll always hold space. I will always hold space for everyone. And I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. I never said that. Oh, I'm so glad. You guys are fantastic. All right. I'm going to start the reading, the tarot reading. You know what, Karen? I'm not going to focus on the twin flame journey on this one. I did say at the beginning of the video that I have started a Patreon channel or a Patreon page that you can subscribe to. And there are 3 different options you can subscribe to. I will be doing a lot of regular energy updates there, and I still will be on YouTube. I'm not going anywhere off of YouTube. But the extended readings are going to be there. I'm kind of moving away from Vimeo. The 2019 extended readings will be on Vimeo because some people have already bought the package for all of the readings, and I'm not going to take that away from anyone. But I will have the extended readings on Patreon. I will be doing twin flame updates on Patreon and a lot of energy updates on Patreon. And I'm doing that because I know for myself that I'm being called to go in a direction that's a little bit deeper than what YouTube can provide for people. And in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to use more energy. And in order for me to use more energy and more time, you know, it's all about that energy currency and stuff. Plus, I'd been asked by so many people, how can I support your channel? They didn't want to do PayPal. Are you on Patreon? That's why I'm doing that. So there you go. There you have it. I will put the link for Patreon below. It's just another outlet. It's another media outlet. It's like I'll put videos up. I'll do blog posts, stuff like that. So, yeah, I know, right? Sierra, I know, right? Yes, and go do my Instagram also. We have a lot of fun on my Instagram. I'm just silly. Like, you guys can really like my personality. If you think my personality comes out here, go to Instagram. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. All right. Okay, so let's just kind of see. Whoa, that one wants to come out real bad. And Karen, I will talk more, like I'll go in depth about the whole twin flame journey and what it is and what it isn't. That was one of the belief systems that I had to flip a switch on at the end of 2018. It was pretty harsh, but it was so fantastic. Oh, shit. What did I say? So we got the death card. And we have the Hierophant. Oh, these two together. The dying of old belief systems, the dying of subscribing to a belief system, the letting it all go. We have to be reborn. 2018 was about learning the lessons. 2019 is about, did you really learn the lesson and are you going to live it? Because that is the real deal. I welcome the death card too. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the Scorpio. I'm not scared of the death card. This is a huge opportunity to transform yourself, right? Ace of Wands. It's a gift. We're being given a gift. Aces are gifts from the universe. Well, everything in moderation, Miss Purple. Don't go on Instagram and make it your drug. That's not okay. I was like that with Facebook for a really long time. So the aces are opportunities. This is a gift from the universe, and we all have free will. We don't have to accept the gift, but I guarantee you, if you accept the gift, it's going to be a good one, especially the ace. This is all about passion. This is all about forward movement. And I feel like a lot of us right now are in the Two of Swords, where we cannot see this opportunity coming at us. And the reason why we can't see this opportunity coming at us is because we're still subscribed to a belief system that we have to sit in, that we feel like we have to sit in. That I have to have a certain job, that I have to have a certain house, that I have to be married, that I have to have kids, that I have to do this. I have to be a certain person, or like it was a really hard moment, but I was poor. I was working 3 jobs. I was raising 2 boys at the time. And that's what I mean, because I've always been the person, and I know the reason why I've always been this person. How do you realize that you're human? You realize that you're going to make mistakes, that not everybody's perfect in you. And when you make the mistake, you never do it again.